Hey YouTube, what is going on? Got a new video for you here today, and I've been playing Yu for today about 12 to 15 games, and this was definitely one of the better games that I had today, so definitely bringing you with a solid match here. Really came down to the wire, but jumping into the team preview, I am facing a guy named Curlybob, and yeah, so my team is primarily focused on stalling a tiny bit and wearing down things with entry hazards with Trevenant, Mew, and Aggron, as well as sweeping a little bit with Clawitzer, Entei, and Raikou. Raikou is Choice Scarfed, Entei is Choice Banded, and Clawitzer is Life Orb. So one thing I do notice right off the bat, though, is that Entei with Choice Banded Sacred Fire can definitely do a lot of damage to his team, even though he does have Rotom Heat and Swampert to resist it. It can still get a burn on one of those Pokemon, and the rest of his team will not appreciate that whatsoever. Clawitzer also, with its coverage moves, can definitely do a lot of damage. And yeah, so looking at his team, it's primarily in the same boat as mine, because I see something that can get rocks like Donphan or Swampert, and then sweepers that are primarily physical in the form of Toxicroak, Honchkrow, and a little bit of Abomasnow could possibly have Earthquake or Woodhammer. So anyways, enough of me talking, let's just get right into the match. So he is going to lead off with Rotom Heat, as I led off with the Entei, knowing that he's more than likely going to lead off with Rotom Heat and go for the Volt Switch, and I go for the Sacred Fire, predicting anything to come in, which of course he's going to do from Volt Switch, but I don't get the burn. Now, I do switch into Trevenant as I resist both of his stabs, but he does make a good play and predicts that going for the Toxic. Now, I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, as I know 5 of the 6 of his Pokemon on his team will not be able to take this. So I do opt to go for it, and predicting him to go for the Blizzard, I go into my Mew, who does not take it well at all. And seeing this, I am going to go for the Roost just to kind of scout out the rest of his moveset, but seeing that he has Giga Drain and seeing how much he got back from that, I cannot stay in here. So I am going to go into Entei knowing I resist his Dual Stab, and he gets a crit on the Blizzard, and Hail takes me down to 3%. Now, keeping my Entei this whole match was crucial, because it's the only thing on my team that can take on his Rotom Heat with a Choice Banded E-Speed. Raikou can, but it doesn't have the moves to do so, because it's the only thing I can hit it with Shadow Ball. Now, I do predict the Stealth Rock going into Mew, as I can defog them away, and he gets his Toxic off, which really doesn't come into play whatsoever in this battle, so I don't really mind it. Now, he is going to go into Honchkrow, making a good play, possibly predicting the Psychic, if not predicting me to go for some attack, but anyways, it does work out for him. However, I am max speed, which most don't expect, so I do get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Honchkrow, which is very, very good for me, as it pretty much cripples his sweeping abilities. Now, I do go into Aggron, as I am specially defensive, and after Mega Evolving, the Heat Wave will do a little more, but because of Filter, I will be able to take it fairly well still. Now, Honchkrow does go down from the Earthquake, and in comes Donphan. This thing I thought was Assault Vested, so I went for the Iron Head to be able to break it sturdy, go into Clawitzer, and knock it out with the Water Pulse. Now, I believe he was either overestimating Donphan or underestimating Clawitzer. Now, in comes Rotom Heat, knowing that this thing is more than likely Choice Scarfed, and that it's more than likely going to go for the Volt Switch. I go into Raikou to resist that hit. And as they go into Abomasnow, I do know that Curlybob is definitely going to want to go for the Giga Drain to get a little bit more HP back. So I'm just going to sack Mew, knowing he's not going to get that much HP back. And once again, Clawitzer comes in here and gets a second kill. He's not playing around. He's definitely into this game. So in comes Rotom Heat. Once again, this thing is definitely just able to spam Volt Switch on my team, as I do not have a ground type. And I go into Trevenant to resist that. Now, they do go into their Toxicroak, and I could have easily gone for the Leech Seed or the Will-O-Wisp here. However, the best play would have been to go for the Shadow Claw, as Sub SD is definitely a viable set for Toxicroak, but he's going to knock me out with a +2 Poison Jab. As I go into Raikou, and I am Choice Scarfed, however, he does make the better play and goes for the +2 Sucker Punch, knocking me pretty low. And I am going to go for the Scarfed Shadow Ball, knowing that he will, I really didn't have much of a better play here, as he could have gone for the Volt Switch, and switching either of my other 2 Pokemon in would not be good. But I do go into Clawitzer, take a third Pokemon out with Water Pulse, and yeah, but I do lose my Clawitzer. However, Entei comes in, Choice Banded, E-Speed, I get a crit, and that enables me to win the match. As you see on your screen right now with that calc, that crit mattered. However, I still somewhat consider this a loss on my behalf because that pretty lucky situation won me the match. But hacks is hacks, that's the match. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy this video, please smack that like button. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys thought. And once again, thank you all for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you all later.